What's going on, guys? Welcome back to What Cheers. I'm Nick, as always, and tonight we're going to look at a special beer that I've had in the cellar for quite a while. And the reason we're going to do this beer tonight is because it seems like a perfect match for a blizzard, which is exactly what we are just entering into right now. It's the 27th of January, well, technically the 27th, because it's like 1:45 in the morning. But we are having the blizzard of 2015 right now in New England. We're just getting started. So I'm recording this now because there's a good chance I'm going to lose power at some point during this thing. They're saying 2 to 3 feet of snow here, sustained winds of 30 to 40, 50 miles an hour. Not a place you want to be, but that's where I am. And so I thought this is a perfect beer to match up to a blizzard. Gotta stay warm. This might be my only savior if the heat goes out. But yeah, so this is the Arctic Devil from Midnight Sun Brewing. They're in Anchorage, Alaska. They named this beer after you guessed it, the Arctic Devil is the wolverine from way up north. And this is a special beer. It's a beer they brew once a year. I believe they started doing this beer in 2008. Yeah, it's a once-a-year beer. It's their highest rated beer that they make. And it's just really supposed to be awesome. I've never had it. What it is it's an English-style barley wine. And it's barrel-aged in oak barrels, various oak barrels. From what I read, some of the barrels that they use to age it in previously held port, wine, or whiskey. And then they do a blend, and then they bottle it. So each year, it's different barrels. So this is basically 4 years old. And it says, you can survive Sub-Zero. Let's hope so, because it's going to be Sub-Zero here very shortly. This bad boy clocks in at 13.4% ABV. So it's a big beer, and this is all going to me tonight. So I have a big job ahead of me. So it's still a little cold, but we're going to crack into this. I'll let it warm up while I do the review, and let's see what this beer is all about, guys. I've had it, like I said, for many years now, and this just seems like the perfect time to open it for a perfect occasion. So let's get the Arctic Devil cracked open, and let's see what this beer is all about. I'm excited. Alright, got the Arctic Devil poured out, guys. Had a nice hiss when I popped open the cap, so that's a good sign for such an old beer. As you can see, there is definitely some nice carbonation left. I mean, there wasn't much of a head. I didn't pour too crazy, and I poured about half a glass because I have to go out and shovel after this. Stay ahead of the storm, you know. But as you can see, look at that lacing. There's a nice off-white colored head, just a ring of a head, but it's definitely there, and it's still well carbonated. I mean, that's all there is to say about that. I can definitely see the alcohol legs are just sticking to the glass, just slowly going down. Nice lacing, and there's that, you know, just nice ring of a head around the beer. The color of it is kind of exactly what you expect for an English barley wine, barrel aged too. It's this dark, murky brown, very, very dirty, just a murky brown type color to it, and that's really the best way to describe it. Not the most pretty looking beer by any means. It's exactly what you'd expect a barrel-aged English barley wine to look like. And I already got hit with some aromas right as soon as I popped it and poured it. So let's get an aroma. Like I said, I'm going to have to let this warm up a little bit. It's a little bit cooler than cellar temp, but let's go ahead and dive in. Oh, yeah, this is nice stuff. Really what I wanted. Really nice. Big dark fruit, heavy dark fruit notes, big brown sugar, caramel, toffee. Yeah, there's a nice vanilla sweetness in there. You're getting some of the oak Getting some, like maybe some wine, a little bit of that wine slash port smell. This deep, rich, dark fruit slash chocolate almost note. Yeah, there's definitely like a chocolatey, dark fruit note. Big, just brown sugar. Smells really freaking good. I mean, it's 13.2 or 4%, and I'm not really getting any heat. Just amazing smelling. It's getting better actually each sniff as the beer's like finally breathing after being in the bottle for so long. It just smells mouth-watering for a big beer like this. No heat whatsoever. Let's go ahead and get a sip, guys. This smells great. Oh man. Whew. Oh wow. That's really good. Wow. That's a nice beer. Really just matches the aroma perfectly. No off flavors. Doesn't taste aged really. It just tastes like it tastes like it's aged gracefully. Just tastes like it should. Get a little nervous opening beers this old, but dark fruit, brown sugar, just caramel, toffee, a little bit of whiskey, more like a port though, like chocolatey, like a dark red wine type thing. There's this nice, really soft kind of spritzy carbonation. It really held up well, just to help the beer move along a little bit. It's not the thickest beer in the world. This is not like it's not as rich or thick even as like Bourbon County Barley Wine or anything like that. But it's certainly not a light beer. This is one you want to take small sips of because there's a ton of flavor packed into each sip. As I drink, a few sips of it, as I swallow, I am getting a slight, and I mean slight, warming down the back of the throat, but by no means do I taste the 13.4% alcohol. It's really well hidden, guys. As I keep sipping on it and it layers up, I'm getting, mainly in the taste, is some plums, raisins, chocolate, caramel, vanilla, maybe a touch of a coconut type thing in there. I'm not really tasting like oak or anything like that. I'm tasting more of a spirit, or like I said, maybe some of that port. But this is extremely easy to drink. Again, the mouthfeel on this is not overly thick. It's I would say it's medium mouthfeel. I'm not going to say it's light, but it's medium. And again, the spritzy carbonation just helps to move the beer along. It's a very, very good barley wine. And I really, if I tasted this blind, I probably wouldn't be able to tell that it's even been aged. I would just know that it's drinking amazing, and it's a really smooth beer, but doesn't taste oxidized, anything like that. So, now that I've had a few sips, guys, I'm going to let it warm up to about room temperature with the rest of this, and then I'll come back with my final thoughts and score. Alright, guys, so I've been sipping on the Arctic Devil for a little bit now. It's definitely warmer. Probably the temperature that you'd ideally drink this at. I'm probably going to leave the rest of the bottle out. I mean, it's an amazing beer. It's definitely world class. It's cool to try, their highest rated beer, see what it's all about. Or at least currently, their highest rated beer. I know they made a beer called, I believe it was M, that's worth like thousands of dollars or something. But that's like a ghost beer. You'll never see it. Unless you trade, anyways, it's a whole other story. But to try their highest rated beer that they make on a regular basis annually, it's very impressive stuff for a brewery that's so far away too, all the way up in Alaska. It's exactly like the aroma, like what I mentioned in the flavors. I think the only thing that's missing for me is just maybe a little bit more mouthfeel, and a little bit more rich on all the flavors, which is probably just due to age. As it warms up and stuff, I'm getting great flavors. I'm getting like a lot of chocolate, dark fruits, vanilla. I'm getting more of the spirit from the barrel. Definitely more of that whiskey coming through now. Not in like an alcoholic way. Just get more of the spirit, the warming kind of effect. It's very nice, very well done beer. Absolutely. I just maybe wish the flavors were a little bit richer, just amped up a couple notches, and then the mouthfeel. But I really think it's a good, very good beer. And honestly, for 4 years in the bottle, you really can't ask for more. I would love to try it a little bit fresher, maybe a little bit hotter to drink, which I don't necessarily mind. So if you like something really smooth, and well aged, get your hands on an aged bottle, I would say. But very nice beer. Definitely in the top tier of English style barley wines, barrel aged. Is it the best? Is it like King Henry good? No, but it's still really good. So on Beer Advocate, guys, this has a 97 score, and I couldn't agree more. I think that's perfect. Because it's up there. It's one of the best for sure, but it's not quite the best. So to give it the 100 wouldn't be exactly right. But 97, I think the users are spot on there. It's just I'll agree. I think fantastic beer. So the one thing I didn't talk about was the level of sweetness. What's nice about this beer, and it only has 20 IBUs, but it's not overly sweet. It's just perfect, really. There's a pop of sweetness throughout, but it's not like that malty, nasty sweetness that you get. It's just more of like that straight up brown sugar type sweetness. And then it's not like overly sticky either. Like it's just a really well made beer. Like you can tell this was made by people who know what the hell they're doing. Especially for aging so long. Not overly sweet, just the right amount of sweetness, like a dessert almost, but a little bit less than that. And then in the aftertaste, it's just a clean sort of, you get the flavors and you're ready for another sip. It's not this like sticky mess on your tongue afterwards or anything like that. And it's not bitter either. It's just a really easy beer to drink for 13.4%. So yeah, absolutely, guys. I recommend this one. If you like barley wines, you're gonna love this beer. Don't be afraid of the alcohol. I have a lot of this beer left to drink tonight, but I'm not too worried about it. Just take your time with it. The flavors are really coming out now. The richness of the flavors are really coming out now. Just vanilla, brown sugar, chocolate, dark fruit. You'll love it. You'll love this beer. All right, guys, I'm rambling on. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Let me know if you've had Arctic Devil and which vintage you had, what you think of it. I'd love to know. Always like to hear your guys' thoughts on beers that I review. So thanks for watching, and I'm going to go shovel and venture out into the cold. You can probably hear the snowplows going by right now, actually. Yep, it's a fucking blizzard, so I'm going to go drink some of this and head outside. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next beer review.